Is there anything else that's easy for us to get? Or maybe we haven't reviewed it for a long time? Out in the open sea. Yeah, this goes back to the escaped boat area. Keep course due east. We'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores? Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them meself. Checked and loaded them meself. Irish. So someone talking to Nichols here. Do we want to try going to this one again? The whole sequence with the dead people on the boats? Or maybe there is something else that we can figure out first? I kind of don't want to go back there because I found that part kind of confusing. So I feel like we're not going to make much progress if we go back right now. Right, this guy, we don't know who he is. He might be one of the Chinese top men again, I guess. 4 memories. The less memories, the better. He was in this one when he got spiked to death. And he was also sleeping in the hammock. Oh, wow, that's a great hint. All we saw are the people's feet. Pretty much. He was also here. Not sure if that's helpful. He was also here in the loose cargo. He saw Samuel Peters die. It was Samuel, right? Not Nathan. You know, maybe we do have to go back to the hammock to see what else we can find here, because that's how we found the tattoo clue too. Could be a important one, especially because this guy only appears in 4 memories, so we have to find something somewhere, right? Yeah? Do we want to go with trying to look for this guy? He's 3 triangles. Is there anyone easier? Unknown soul was electrocuted. How many memories are you in? 5. Like, I don't even know where to begin with the Chinese topmen. And it seems like there was quite a bunch of them here too. Yeah. Okay, let's focus on that one guy that we just talked about then. Just put the focus on him and see maybe we'll find something new by checking up on the memories that we have seen a long time ago, but at that time, we didn't know who these people were. 4 memories, not that many. So his first memory is in the hammock, right? No, it's in the cargo area. Okay. Which one do we want to go to first? I don't think this one will be helpful. We'll see who he is, but is it gonna help me give his name? I don't think so. Looking at the dialogue especially. Maybe not this one either. The other guy? The stowaway memory. Oh, how come I'm not looking at this right, am I? Here. Or, here? Hoist away, lower away. And then the next time we saw him was, he was probably sleeping at the hammock. And then, he died here when he got spiked. So let's go to this memory then. Chapter 5, Unholy Captives, Part 1.
Lift this out and take it below.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是什么？未來全部講出來，攏是恁害啦！迄個害得較必然無過好，是人揾死的啊！He talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
The shell that kills everybody? What shell? It's the captain questioning the Formosan via the Chinese translator. So the Chinese translator is not actually the one that we're looking at here. He's not the one who died. It's this guy who's died. Right, this guy is not Chinese, I don't think. No, he doesn't look Chinese at all. I mean, I don't... If he's not a Chinese topman, and there's only 4 memories of him, how the hell are we gonna tell who he is? By what they're wearing? Anything else we know here? Alfred? Christian? Alfred. I mix them up because they have the same hat. This guy... We don't know anything about him. We don't even know how he died. Lars? William Wasim. God, I know their names already. You, Nathan Peters, right? Yes. All of these people are what? Are they all topmen or seamen? That could be a hint too. Okay, Lars was what? Lars was a seaman. William Wasim was a seaman. Okay, so this guy must be a seaman also. Because they're all operating on the wheel thing, right? Makes sense, because that's what the definition of a seaman is. But I don't know who you... No, I do know who you are. Abraham Akbar, seaman. No mysteries here. We know everyone here. I'm guessing you're also a seaman. John Naples, we know you already. John Naples. They retrieve the boat and they bring back the treasure. I have no clue who this guy is at all. How do we even know he died by explosion? Who is this guy? Oh, it's the guy whose body just completely disappeared. This guy seems like he's wearing an ascot. Can't say I know who any of these people are. Martin. And then Henry Evans and the surgeon's mate and the 3 dead people. Okay, I did not figure anything out that's new. All I know is that this guy, in addition to being in the memories at the cargo hold, he's here and at the hammock. So is there something identifying on him that we can, like, but everyone has the same boots. Shirt? His shirt? Is there anything sticking out? It's kind of hard to tell. This guy has a little bit, his shoes are a little bit distinct compared to everyone else. Yeah, he's got like flats with white socks. Something like that. He's got a ring. Earring. Have we seen anyone's ears? At the hammock? Maybe he left his earring on the table or something? Okay, let's go back to the hammock. Okay, I've looked around the place and I don't see anyone placing any earrings on the desk or anything like that, so I don't think that's a valid way to find out who that dead guy is. But I'm staring at this guy's shoes. It seems like there's 3 white dots on it. This guy is 59. Who is 59? This guy's George Shirley. So I don't know if we want to make a note of that, start checking people's shoes, because it doesn't seem like everybody has 3 dots on their shoes. The guy inside though, I think that looks a lot like the Chinese top man that we were looking at earlier, right? The translator. And we know that this area, it's the 4 Chinese top men plus 1 guy. George Shirley. These guys, as far as we can tell, don't really have the same kind of shoes, and this guy actually, are those tattoos? 39. 39 is Jie Zhang. We know who it is, but we don't know your face. This guy his feet are a little bit distinct too. But then these 2 guys, I got no clue about because we can't really see it very well though. At this current stage, this guy's shoes seem pretty unique to me. Now, can I recognize him based off this memory? This is 38. Huang Li. Huang Li. I'm gonna make a mistake if I try to do it like this. But I don't... Do I remember who it is just looking at this picture? Huang Li? I want to say it's this guy. I think it's this guy, but you know what? We can just very easily go back to the previous memory and check it out, right? Yeah, it is that guy. And his shoes are definitely different. So, for now, we actually know his cause of death, right? He's the one who got electrocuted. I don't know if we can verify it right away, but does that mean that you're Huang Li then? I think so. We can't verify it yet. But I also noticed that, this guy here, it's the captain, right? Robert Witterell. He also has shoes with 3 dots on them. So I think my theory on the 3 dotted shoes have just fallen apart. Are there any other types of distinct shoes that we can pay attention to here? Because otherwise, we're done, man. This guy's the captain, too. He's wearing the same shoes as 59. 59's job was what? His job is... He's a seaman! So he's just a regular guy. Okay, well, I think it might be time for us to go back to the ship sequence, the escape boat sequence, to see if we can find any more hints, especially because we know one of those guys is O'Hagan. So if we want to do that, Nichols' death, we'll start here.
Ahoy! Hell back! Give the captain! Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield! Hold your fire!
I think it might actually be better for us to go in chronological order instead of reverse chronological order again, huh? Yeah, because the only person we see here is Nichols. He's dead because he was shot by the Formosan guard. Was there... Oh, there's another person looking at the window here. You are John Davies. I guess it doesn't really matter though. You know? Anybody else looking? Oh. I mean, okay, but that's not gonna give us anything. There's no one else looking here. And by this point, she's dead. And everyone else isn't even on the boat anymore. Can we determine when people started disappearing off the boats? Yeah? If we want to do that, I think I want to go to part 1 of this chapter. Let me just walk to part 1 then. All I gotta do is keep going backwards, right?
Keep course due east. You'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你玩抓不？
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝对袂当互伊落去水底。
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来。
Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
In the beginning of this scene, we heard Nichols talking to someone who I think is Irish. And if he's Irish, I would think it's O'Hagan. Yeah, so where is Nichols here? Nichols is this one, right? Yeah, it is. Would he be talking to someone close to him? Like, would this guy be O'Hagan? We had this problem before. Both of these guys are rowing. One of them is O'Hagan. Oh, actually, wasn't one of them Russian? So the Russian one can't be O'Hagan, right? Because O'Hagan is Irish. Is he wearing anything that's special? His shoes? Not really. The lady is here. So they're on one ship, and the guy is on the other ship. He's freaking dead. Have we put this down already? This is a Chinese topman, I think. Yes, we know he was spiked, and he's sitting on the railing with this guy. So I think it is a Chinese topman. But how do we identify which one? How many memories do you appear in? 4, not that many. Let me guess. The hammock. Oh lord. Yeah, he dies here. He was watching the murder in part 2. This is one that we should go back to too, because there were so many people there. It would be good to look out for things like different shoes or earrings and whatnot. And you were also here. Yup, because this is when they started preparing to leave the boat. And the hammock, surprise, surprise. As far as I can see, their dress isn't all that different, and they don't have any like special hand tattoos, arm tattoos. Alright, you're Russian. I know you're Russian because you're playing cards. You were in the group of 3 playing cards. You... I feel like we've seen you so many times, but like, who are you? A steward? Who are the people we're missing right now anyway? If we look at our list. We're missing bosun's mate. ship steward, second mate steward, third mate steward, fourth mate steward. It's kind of a matter of figuring out who's steward. Irish. We already have another Irish guy here, O'Hagan. Would there be another Irish guy? We don't know anything about the topman. There's a Persian topman. Seems like he should have unique characteristics, but I'm not sure what. Chinese topman. New Guinea topman, who doesn't even have a last name. English topman, Russian topman. Yeah, the Russian guy we're looking at, it's one of these guys. But who? I don't even know how they died. I don't even know how Nathan Peters died. There's also a guy from Sierra Leone, which I don't even know where that is. Patrick O'Hagan is somewhere here. So we're mostly missing topmen and seamen, which makes sense because that's what most people on the ship are, right? You're one of the Russian guys. Looking at the dialogue again, can I? Who died here? This guy. Can I see the dialogue? Now, everything was going okay. Nichols is saying, hey, keep course due east. We'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores? Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them meself. It's one of these guys, because he's talking to the people on the same boat, right? The other boat's kind of far away, but if it's not like a storm, I guess you can still hear them. Oh, I was gonna try to use the... They're both on the firing squad. Both of them. And then suddenly this mermaid thing comes out of nowhere. Okay. This is the guy on the same ship as Nichols. Mother of God, says the Russian guy. Keep rowing. Very chaotic. It's just people talking. We know people are here, like a Russian person is here. We already know who this is. Just don't know what his name is. O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? O'Hagan should be someone who got hurt between part 2 and part 3. Let's go to part 2.
Keep rowing!
Where is it? Where? Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon! Shoot! Mike and I!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
O'Hagan? Oh, you know what? I think this might be O'Hagan then, because in the next scene, in part 3, they ask, O'Hagan, are you still breathing? I think I also wondered if the spiked guy on the other boat could be O'Hagan, but we know he's Chinese now, so it can't be him. And then obviously it's not this not injured guy. This is O'Hagan! And we can confirm this right now too, because this is our third one, I think. Yes! So sometimes for the dialogue, it's really important to go to the adjacent scenes to see what the heck they're actually talking about. When we go reverse chronologically, it's not as clear. Okay, we have O'Hagan. Now what? Now what? And the previous ones we had were right too, so that's great. O'Hagan. What do they say in the scene? Hold up. Oh, you wanna look at this guy? This one guy here. Well, things are happening. Not nice things. Nichols, O'Hagan's here, ladies here, the Formosan man, and the Chinese man is already dead here. He's a goner. This guy's he's the Russian man. Yeah, if we don't see him in the next scene, I think it might be okay to say he drowned. At the moment? I mean, he could be clawed to death by the mermaid thing too. Drowning? This guy? Is this one of the guys who disappeared? Yeah, he just disappears. So currently we are in part 2 or 3? I forgot. O'Hagan. O'Hagan. Where's O'Hagan, man? Hold up. Patrick O'Hagan is part 2. In the next part, the guy that dies asks, O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? Help. Nichols, sir, shoot him for God's sake. We gotta find when this guy dies. Let's go to part 3.
O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you row? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
This guy has an accent, but I'm not sure what. Is it Russian? In the previous scene, we still saw the Russian guy. In this scene, he's now gone because he has drowned. This merman thing. Actually, it's not even a man, right? It's a regular mermaid, I think. Has drowned him. That guy would be the Russian man. If it doesn't work, then we know it's he was attacked by the beast. What's the difference between drowning by an enemy and a beast? Okay, well, it's a beast. A beast is also an enemy. Did anybody else drown here? Yeah, we got O'Hagan. We got the other guy on the firing squad. And freaking Nichols, second mate, highest ranking officer here, is hiding on the boat. The oar is here. And what's going on here again? The Formosan man is trying to access the chest, but this guy wouldn't let him. So what did he do to the guy? There's also this woman here. This guy's a Chinese topman who we don't have an idea of. It's just wondering, like, what are you... Why are you not letting him touch it anyway? We gotta find out in part 4. The Formosan man says, I got it! I got the thing, I got the chest open. So, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay now because we can destroy the merman. He opens the box, it's burning, and burning light comes out to kill these creatures. But unfortunately at this time, the lady's already dead. And O'Hagan is still here, but the guy that was here previously has disappeared. His oar is all the way over there. I'm guessing he must have drowned then. What was his face? His face. It was this one, right? The other guy on the firing squad. I'm gonna say you also drowned. Because he's just not in the scene anymore and we see the oar floating away. This thing is too busy being killed to be killing someone else, I think. That's O'Hagan. And the guy that he was struggling with is gone now. So did he just throw him overboard? In that case, it would be a little bit different, right? He's here somewhere. Just gotta figure out where. It's this man. He's just gone. I would say you have been drowned by Itbangsia. Yeah, we don't know who this guy is right now, but his uniform makes me think he's a steward. Let's head off to part 5. Itbangsia's dying because his arm is burnt off. Why are you bringing... You're bringing it on board. What are you doing? Oh, what the hell is this guy doing? Seriously. He didn't do anything for the whole fight, and then he came over to this boat. He parked it next to each other, and then he's dragging this thing up? He's still thinking about the treasure, the glowing treasure thingy that each of the mermaids have. Oh, where the heck did O'Hagan go? Did he throw O'Hagan overboard so he can get the freaking mermaid? You serious? What the hell? But in any case, this is not one that we can get much information off of, because we already know who this is. We already know who this is. And that is that. Okay. I guess we're done here for now. Our one big crowning achievement today is that we found out who O'Hagan is. And I think we realized that a whole bunch of people just drowned. 2 were drowned by the mermaids probably, but 1 was maliciously killed. The guy who was closest to the treasure. Can we find out his identity? He's only in 5 memories. He's in here. 3 of them are here. And then other than that, the murder part 2. And the murder part 3. Okay, let's go to murder part 2.
Hok Seng Lao, you have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasqua.
Pasqua.
Quiet. As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire.
Nothing we haven't seen before. And we determined that Brennan was the one who killed him, I think. Just looking at the lines of fire. Okay. You were on the ship. You are O'Hagan. You are John Naples. You were the one who got, I think your leg was chopped off by the other guy. And you were the one who was also on the ship, but I don't know who you are. I mean the little escape boat. And you are Brennan. As far as I'm concerned, you are a seaman, but that doesn't really narrow it down for me because there is a whole ton of seamen here. Oh my god, there's still like 1, 2... Well, you're not Russian. You're not the Russian seaman. No. Are you English? Alexander Booth, George Shirley? We know George has the shoes with the 3 dots, but that's not something that's, yeah, not quite identifying, is it? You're not one of the Russian guys. Christian Wolf, Captain, Martin. Yeah, this is the same as the sketch. Kind of just judging based off their distance to each other, because third mate steward, and then this guy, second mate steward. Would that make any sense at all? I feel like it would, but they're not always near each other, are they? But this guy was on the escape boat earlier, right? It's the guy that was drowned by Itbangsia. I think it makes sense if he is the second mate, Samuel Galligan, because he might want to follow what Nichols is doing, right? But I wish we had more. If we do that though, I want to say that this guy's a third mate too. Do we know anything about the third mate? He was crushed by a cannon. Oh, hold on. That memory when he was crushed, didn't he say something like boss or sir, loose cannon? What's happened here? Was Martin also in the scene? If it is, that scene would be He was. But sir is not really... Like, you can say sir to anybody who's high above you in ranking, right? Not necessarily just your direct boss. Wonder if it's a little bit too guessy here if we try it out. How many fates do we have right now? What? I thought we had at least one. Where's the drowned by It Banksia one? Is it because we don't know who he is? Well, if it's wrong, we can come back later, but, His uniform, too. His uniform makes me think he's a steward. Let's say this guy is the third mate steward. Roderick Anderson. Apparently, he's supposed to be not that hard to find out. You know, he's here, where we are currently. He was crushed by a cannon. He was also there watching the cook die. And I guess he was also at the hammock? No? No, he wasn't. That might be a hint too. People who weren't at the hammock, who weren't sleeping there, because, the stewards have their own room. That's right. That's right, the stewards have their own room, so they wouldn't be at the hammocks. Hey, where's the last memory that you're in? 4, right? Crushed by cannon. Here. You were also in this one. Oh, we should review that one too. We haven't seen it for a while. Okay. I'll leave it off with that for now. But, you. This one feels a little bit guessy and really based on circumstantial evidence, just him standing next to the second mate. But I'll take what I can get. I think that's gonna be our second completed one, right? So we'll find out if it's okay once we fill in someone else. Now, what about the third mate steward then? Can we identify the other stewards in the same way? No, the third mate steward was who we just identified, right? The guy who was crushed by the cannon. Ship steward and fourth mate steward. Fourth mate! I know you were standing over here. Oh, you're the fourth mate, aren't you? Yes, fourth mate steward. Hey, maybe we actually got something going on here. Yeah? It's this guy. You're alive in Africa. Yeah. Oh no. But the other scene where you appeared, you were with, this guy too. You were with the fourth mate, I remember. Is this reasoning really not right at all? Three people in a row. How would I be able to identify the captain steward and ship steward? Captain steward, you... no, we already know who the captain steward is. We just don't know how he died. Right, so where are you in this picture? You should be near the captain, right? Crap. Well, we have 3 fates right now, and it doesn't say anything is right or wrong. That's not good. Either my entire reasoning is incorrect, or maybe I just got one little thing incorrect. At this point, we really don't know. The cook. Thomas Sefton. Yes, you were struck by a tail. Yeah, just like this one. We thought he died by spikes, but we had to change it to tail. But yeah, who knows, man. It's monkey. Isn't that Henry Evans' monkey? This is the butcher. Who are you? You're the carpenter. Yes, Winston Smith, Spite. You're Lars? Yeah, we're actually identifying quite a few people here, aren't we? This guy. Your shoes? I got no clue, man. I got no clue. The artist? Okay. This guy... Okay, let's call it quits for this memory. And what we can do is the ship steward in this sketch? Would he not be? You know, the guy, the helmsman isn't even in this thing. He's here. We know he's here according to the sketch, but they don't show it. Ah, look. First mate steward, second mate steward, third mate steward, fourth mate steward. So you must be a steward. I feel like by this line of reasoning, that should be the case. Right? But again, you're not in this picture, right? Or are you? Are you this guy? Second mate steward. So this has to be the No. Is this guy the ship steward then? But I guess one of the difficult things right now is I don't actually know if what I'm thinking is right. This whole, hey, if he's standing next to the first mate, he's gotta be the first mate steward. I mean, I feel like it's okay to think that, because we also have the uniform thing too, but who knows, man. How did you die? Oh, this was the guy in the walkway who was just dying by himself. Alright. Well... Don't think we're gonna get any more off the scene here. Let's go to the one where the artist died. Like, I honestly don't even know what was happening here. It sounds like he was going to the washroom and then, like, the tentacle came to get him. Can we get anything from our surrounding areas here? Are you Philip? No, you're Paul Moss. Paul Moss. We don't know how you died. Maybe trying to figure that out would be a good thing, because we're trying to figure out what we have wrong here right now, right? We know that guy's Paul Moss for sure. Okay. People eating here. Chinese topman. Don't know how he died. Alongside, one of the other people. Are you guys both just disappeared, or do we not... Disappeared in the doom? This guy perished. Oh, so we already saw this guy die, but for whatever reason, back then, we didn't put a death cause. This unknown soul was blasted by an explosion. No, we did. We did. Yeah, we did say that. We said he exploded. Okay. Here. Okay, this is Martin. Yes. This should be Martin Stewart. I feel pretty certain about this. Yes, and that's what we put down. Yeah, I definitely feel like the Stewart thing is right, but maybe one part is wrong. Okay, people sleeping again. There's some hammocks here. 57. 56. Can we tell anything based off just this? I thought there was at least one more hammock here previously. This must be nighttime right now because people are sleeping. X. X. Oh, this is where the Indians were, right? Why was it an X again? Akbar. Akbar was an X. 41. 41. People's sleeping positionings regularly change. They can just put the hammock wherever they want? 41. Actually, can we just say that this guy's 41 then? I felt like the last time we looked at that hammock, they weren't in the same... We're not seeing the same numbers in the same places. Yeah, Wei Li. Can I say you're Wei Li? The person who owns this hammock is not in it. And you kind of look like you just got out of it too. Oh, but I can't see your number. Wei Li? I don't know how you died. I don't know how you died, but Wei Li? I'm panicking a little bit because we know something's wrong and we don't know what. But now I'm continuing to guess, it seems. Wei Li? What happened to you anyway? You disappeared? I mean, if you disappeared, I'm gonna say you drowned. I'm just saying. Yeah, like, we are here right now. No, where are we? We are at the artist's memory. The artist's memory is here. This is chapter 7. Right. So, in the initial hammock arrangement, that was chapter 2, when most of our crew was still alive. But afterwards, it was changed. It was changed because a lot of people are dead already. We might be able to find more interesting things about the arrangements if we keep looking. Wei Li, I do want to find out how you died so I can maybe, figure it out. You just disappeared. But you were here. You appeared in this one. The women. You did. You did appear. So based on what your positioning is in this scene, we're just going to have to make a guess on what happened to you. Yeah. Wei Li. And we don't know what happened in the bargain chapter, so that's... Because normally, if we don't see what happened to him directly, you would want to see what happened in the scene after to figure out what happened, but we don't know. How many can we figure out before the bargain chapter? Can we not figure out everything before then? New hammock arrangements. This is new to me. Let's check it out. 36. This guy... Somebody has a sword here. This might be a hint. Yeah, 36. 49. 48. It's not chronological anymore because there's not that many people. 45? 45 is who? 45 is Leonid Volkov, one of the Russians, but I can't see anything about you besides your shoes, so that's not helpful to me. Here we have 43 and 44. Maba and Lewis Walker. But again, do people sleep like this normally? They cover their entire heads? You can't see anything about them. Like, not a single thing. Alright, that's fine. Here we have 48, 49. Nathan Peters. Lars. So we know these people already, but they're not here anyway. We just see the hammock, but they're not sleeping in it. 36 is Omid Gul. Persian people have a scimitar? Is that what you're trying to tell me? This scimitar, is that a sword we've seen in many scenes? I'm gonna have to pay attention to who's holding that then, during maybe the battle sequences. And we're gonna have to keep in mind that whoever's holding the sword is Omid Gul. Okay, kind of a stretch, but stretches is how we're gonna solve this, because we're not gonna solve this normally.